まさか。ザクとは違うのだよ。ザクとは。
Even though it had a short production span, it became one of the most renowned mobile suits from the One-Year War. Piloted by Ramba Rao, one of the toughest of the Xeon Force's aces that the RX-782 Gundam ever faced. The mobile suit gained admirers within Xeon and was feared by many of the Federation pilots. Welcome, my name is Mechanicum or Mech, and today let's talk about the MS-07B Gouf. Shortly after its initial introduction, the early model MS-07A Gouf was replaced by the completed MS-07B Gouf. The Xeon pilot Lieutenant Ramba Rao played havoc with the crew of the Pegasus-class White Base and the young pilot of the RX-782 Gundam with his YMS-07B Gouf, a prototype of a standard B-type Gouf. The Gouf was used all around the world as a means of advancing Xeon's ground campaign due to the Zaku slipping into obsolescence. However, shortly after the Gouf's introduction, its production was halted in favour of the MS-09B DOM. However, research into the Gouf's basic design would continue, which would lead to the development of several improvements that would see limited production. Despite the research, none of the Gouf's models would see development in the United Maiden's plan that the Principality of Xeon initiated to improve existing mobile suit designs, likely due to Xeon putting more focus into the One-Year War's space front at the time of the plan's initiation and the lack of development in a space-capable Gouf model. Standing at 18.7 meters tall and weighing in at 75.4 metric tons fully loaded, the MS-07B Gouf cut an intimidating silhouette, which was also increased by its large spiked shoulder pauldrons and sharp angles. The Gouf was designed specifically for Earth-based close-quarters mobile suit combat. It featured much improved mobility with a powerful backpack and leg-mounted thrusters for jet-assisted jumps based on the YMS-08A high-mobility test type. The Gouf outclassed the MS-06 Zaku 2 in terms of speed, power output and melee combat ability, but its overall performance was not great enough to be justified by its increased cost. Gouf's production was cut short by the development of a more cost-efficient unit, the more powerful and nimble MS-09B DOM. Despite its very short production run, several variations were produced in limited numbers, and it was still deployed across the world alongside Zakus and DOMs. One customized unit was piloted by Vish Donau, which had the original 5-fingered machine gun left hand replaced by a normal manipulator hand. In its place, a 3-barrel 35mm machine gun was mounted on the left forearm. The MS-07B Gouf had a few extra armament, which helped it provide extra firepower in both range and close combat scenarios. One of the more unique features that the Gouf has is a 5-barrel 75mm machine gun shaped like enlarged fingers that replaces the left manipulator hand. It fires physical rounds at a rapid fire, and despite its bulky and awkward appearance, its barrels demonstrated a limited degree of digital dexterity, including the ability to hold the shield and to accurately grip the heat sword and various firearms. Some Goufs were fielded with 2 5-barrel 75mm machine guns, while others were fitted with 2 regular manipulators instead. The heat rod was another unique feature. A close-range weapon installed in the right forearm, this retractable cable delivers a high-voltage electric shock when it comes in contact with an enemy mobile suit, damaging its internal systems and stunning its pilot. The heat rod could also be superheated to give it cutting properties. The Gouf's main melee weapon was the heat sword, also known as the heat saber, was originally developed for the Gouf series. Like the Zaku's Heat Hawk, the Heat Sword has a blade that is superheated at high temperatures in order to increase its cutting capacity. However, it has a longer reach than the Heat Hawk and is capable of slicing in half shield made of lunar titanium or Gundanium alloy. Initially, its blade was made of a polymer compound that has undergone shape memory treatment, allowing it to be stored inside the weapon's grip when not in use, and upon heating up, it will expand out the grip and take on the shape of the Heat Sword's blade. Since the polymer compound's primary ingredient was ceramic microparticles, it was basically a disposable weapon. This polymer compound was later replaced by an easier produced ceramic materials. The heat sword could be stored in the Gouf shield, which was also mounted on the left arm. A customised Gouf, piloted by Fish Danu, had the original heat rod on its right forearm replaced with a heat wire. First featured on the MS-07B Gouf Custom, heat wire is a magnetic grappler mounted on a thin cable, allowing the forearm to store a much greater length of the heat wire and giving the weapon a much greater reach. The heat wire can release an electrical charge to disable an enemy mobile suit, and in the hands of a highly skilled pilot, it can be utilised as a survival tool for hanging onto buildings or enemy units to buy time for the Gouf to launch surprise attacks. The weapon is also known as a heat rod anchor type. The customised Gouf also had the original 5-fingered machine gun left hand replaced by a normal militator hand, and instead a 3-barrel 35mm machine gun was mounted on the left forearm. It fires physical rounds at a rapid rate and is magazine fed with better ammunition capacity. The Gouf could also be outfitted with various weapons from other Xeon mobile suits, such as the MS-06 Zaku's 120mm machine gun, MS-09B Dom's H&L GBO 3K/360mm giant bazooka, and the shotgun from the MS-18E Camphor, just to name a few. If you want to own MS-07B Gouf or one of its many variants, then pop over to Gunpla UK to find a wide range of Gunpla kits and use my code OMechanicum10% to get 10% off your order. Thank you to all of you who have made it to the end of this video. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you like this type of content and wish to see more, and drop a comment below on what mobile suit you would like me to cover next. Until next time, bye now.